appreciate y'all, everybody who coming in. I'm starting a little bit early because I gotta jump in and win in a little bit. So I know this ain't exactly the number, but we here. And I just want to say what's up to y'all, dope people. Let me make sure I'm straight with this. And go here. And you gotta set everything up when we go live. But hit it right there. No, not that one. Here it is. This one. All right, we about 45 seconds in, but I gotta hit one button. Bam. Sometimes you always miss something, one little thing. But anyway, I just want to say to you, welcome to the Black Outrage 10. This is our 10th episode. We've been rocking. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everybody who come and check us out on the Black Outrage show. We are officially live, so let us know where you're from. Let us know where you're hitting us up at. And we appreciate you coming in here. Black Outrage 10, I'm your boy Hood. And Katt Williams been going crazy on the internet recent days. And it's been a lot of little hoopla about what he been saying. You know, he had a beef with some other comedians. And he been talking his stuff online for a while. But now it's coming to a head. He just really going crazy on the guys. And he letting the cat out the bag. And he letting them dudes know what it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to let y'all listen to it for a minute, and then we'll be able to go from there and seeing what he got going on.
Right. And then other comedians showed me pictures where I'm around the guy. He's in the same room as me. Maybe I'm too old. I feel like if I don't have your number and you don't have my number, we never exchange numbers, then nigga, I don't know you. I feel like if we've never communicated or like, okay, so, but if I said that I didn't know you and clearly I've been around you, that was the only apology I could have made to the guy. And so I didn't have any amends that I was trying to make. So when it was suggested that he meet up with me, he was confused at why I was not going to be having no apologetic energy.
And there you go right there. So very concisely, he put it that dude talking smack to him is going to be a problem for him. And the other comedian from Houston, you know what I'm saying? I always forget his name, but it's Ali Sadiq. And he been basically a going crazy in the industry. He got a name out there. You know, he famous. You know, he famous at least enough to be mentioned in the same name as Katt Williams. And I think that's what Katt Williams' whole beef is about it all. He like, man, how the hell y'all even mentioning me with this guy? Look at what I've been doing. Look at how hard I've been going. And y'all could sit up here and mention me in the same name as this dude. Is disrespectful. And a lot of times, you know, most people can't understand that because if you ain't built nothing and worked your motherfucking brains off trying to bring it to life, and then it actually happen, and then other people who probably working their ass off too. You know, the guy's not a slacker. You know, he came out of jail or whatever, and he been grinding his ass off trying to get his brands out there and get his name out there too. Ali Sadiq got a real famous, you know, name recognition out there. As far as the streets go, people know who he is. He got respect. But when it come to dissing Katt Williams, well, you know, that look kind of crazy because Katt looked like, dude, I've been doing shows forever. I've been on TV. I've been like building my own brands, doing all these things. He said, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? What are you always at? What are you bringing up as a issue when you know damn well that I built this brand? So I could see where Katt Williams coming from. And Ali Sadiq, I'm glad that he's speaking up for himself. But sometimes you got to kind of shake it. You got to build your own thing. You can't really be mad at the next man for building his thing to a standard that he agree with. And I think Ali Sadiq conversation and his anger is misled. It's like you mad that he couldn't remember you at an event. Like, what? That's some stuff to be mad at somebody because they can't remember seeing you at a fucking event or rounding up with you or kicking it with you one afternoon. Like, man, how's that beef? You know what I'm saying? Like, but dude, he really do feel like that. He feel like Katt Williams crossed him by not, you know, acknowledging him. And it's like, you too grown for that, my nigga. So we gotta have a motherfucking ongoing beef because I ain't running to you and remember who you was. But nonetheless, you can sit here and just be free in your own regard. I can't have a beef with you. It's just all about how you feel. So some dudes is goofies in my opinion. I ain't saying he necessarily goofy, but I think that if he work harder and build his shit, Katt Williamson like 22 specials. You got 6. So at least double that, triple it before you start really trying to swing at somebody that's at the level of Katt Williams. Because again, when you building something and you work your ass off and you get it to a level, you're expecting people to just continue to support that. You don't want to turn around and then have to start beefing with other people, but it can happen. Every time a boxer get up on the field, on the thing, and he beat somebody up and he win, it's another guy standing on the sideline like, yo, what's up? When I fight you, I'm gonna kick your butt. He just saw the guy win and saw the guy doing his thing, but that didn't deter him. He like, yo, I'm on the sidelines, and as soon as I fight you, don't duck me, fight me. And it's like, you seen this happen. You know what I'm saying? People be really locked in and they don't be caring. So even a basketball team, you could win at a basketball team, but the next damn game, the next squad is gonna be looking to beat you. They're not gonna come in there and be like, oh God, did you see how they just won? They're gonna come in there and say, well shit, that was yesterday. You gotta play us. And this a whole nother town and we've been practicing. So when you get your ass over here, we expecting you to lose. You know what I'm saying? We don't expect this to be a situation where we lose. So you can understand the competitiveness that a guy like Ali Sadiq will have. But I just still think it's a little misled when you talk about somebody like Katt Williams because he put such a extenuating effort into becoming who he was and who he is. And everybody look at him in high regard. And then you got the other guy who's like, you know, I don't like you. I'm mad. It's like, dude, check yourself, my G. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe he can't do that because competition, you know, competition really overtake people. You know what I'm saying? They can't see how they acting until it's over with because that's what competition is. Let's see what else you got to say.
Like, no, nigga, I'm not apologizing. On site is on site. Like, I'm the person being crossed in this situation, not vice versa. I'm not sure what he said, but whatever he said, it didn't involve me doing something to him or doing something against him or stepping outside of code. I'm not sure what he said the issue actually was, but I'm saying at the end of the day, you can't afford to be a comedian and be black and be short and be righteous and have me as a op, my nigga. It's counterproductive to your very existence. Not just because I'm him, but because you're not. And so how, I'm saying,
I mean, it's easy.
I have nothing disrespectful to say about him because I don't know him like that. Like, as a comedian, I think he does a great job. He's a storyteller. Generally, you got to be 80 years old to be a storyteller. Like, nobody does that even brand of comedy. Like, I don't see, that's why I can't, most of these can never be legitimate beefs because I'm not an insecure person. Like, I'm a quick to say I'm sorry type nigga. Like, I would never let a nigga fuck around and damage both of our energies. Are you kidding? Like, but by the same token, if you don't really like me because you can't be me, then my job is to make it better and better looking for you, boy. Because you probably at the club and I'm probably at the arena at your hometown. I'm probably selling 21,000 tickets where you live. You probably at the club still. You probably is barking outside of your lane. Nobody in the WNBA get to talk sideways to Melo. So why I'm gonna let these little rails and niggas that are whole different, these CBA niggas, why I'm gonna let them talk about what I got going.
So you can see Katt really is, and you talk about competition, again, you talking about somebody who works 10 times harder. You know, I remember thinking like, my girl was all like, I don't know why Kanye West's wife, at that time he was married to Kim Kardashian, why she won't be friends with, what's the other one name? Beyonce. And I was like, well, look at it. Kim Kardashian could put a dress on and just walk up in a room and everybody take pictures, it go live, it get money, she becomes extremely paid. I said, Beyonce got to train 12 people to dance. She got to change outfit 4 times. She got to sing and dance at the same time. She got to be in the studio creating the music. Then she got to go back home and take care of family. It's a lot more work involved. So why would you want to be friends or tight with somebody who could just put a dress on, go up at a little restaurant, walk to her car, stop for a second, people take pictures, millions of dollars come in. But versus another person who got to travel state to state to try to go get her thing accomplished to collect the money. So it's a lot more involved with the work. So it's like that's not going to be easy to be somebody's friend if they got such an easy movement. And your movement is like work. Like you got to put in time. You got to teach people. Sometimes you might lose your temper at motherfuckers. Sometimes you might have to travel to a location and then be like, you know what? I'm in the wrong spot. We forgot we wasn't supposed to be here. Book, rebook, and do. It's all kind of logistics you got to be in charge of, and for another person just to do it simply. So when you got Katt Williams, who not only does his own touring, but he collects the money. He set up everything ahead of time. He book all the people. He booked the locations. He collect the people who are gonna be in front of him. He know the music that's gonna play. He had to understand they jokes. 5 other people joke, so he makes sure he don't say those jokes. You know what I'm saying? All the logistics involved, but that take time from learning the game early on when he was building up to now he's sitting at a higher plateau. But he's began to be and successfully independent, so he don't have to connect with other folks. So then you got another guy, he on the rise, he doing his thing, you know. So at least Sadiq, he's making it, he gonna get there one day, but conflict. And so now you see where the guy can connect his name to Katt Williams, and Katt Williams is not feeling that. Like, how you connecting your name to me, and I'm supposed to be like Jordan. But I think that's just the level of competition it is today, because you got the internet. So it's not so much about whose tour is selling out or what amount of people came to your concert. It's a lot of times about who like you online. Like what websites are you going to? What podcast is talking about you? Because that's just today's date. That's what the times are today. It's about the internet. You know, where Katt Williams got both of those sold up because he had the most viewed interview in the history of the internet. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely succeeding in his own regard. But you talk about a dude who's on the rise, and so he's making it happen for himself. And so people ain't gonna want to hear that where he's dissing somebody at a higher level, because you got to get there, and that's really the whole thing about it. You got to get there. And when you building up, you can get there. Everybody can get there if you keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, sometimes life issues, the world, your own mental digital deals, they kick in, and then you can't get so much of a effort that you had when you wanted to start out. Maybe age kick in, and then you be like, you know what? This shit harder than I thought, man. Let me go ahead and do something different. So you gotta applaud people that grind all the way to the end, like those guys both have done. But you know, beef do kick off. And so we just in the middle of it. Let's see what Katt got to say.
Weird. Like, to me, like,
They hitting us with a little silly old commercial.
it ain't. I don't think it's a beef.
There is not.
You know what I mean? Like,
There is not. It's all peace,
beef
guys.
is beef. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we gotta stop. That's why I said that to somebody on social media the other day. Stop using these type of words, man. The terminology.
That's different. Beef is something.
But I'm
But
saying
it's legitimate though, because look, what I'm saying
beef
is
is just-
everybody that I talked about on Shannon, if I said, like what I was saying about Cedric is, no, you know how many times me and Cedric been in the same room? Like, no, I had to give him a pass. So you did. Think how you would feel if you gave somebody a pass for something, and then 10 years after the pass, they act like the offense didn't even happen. Like, are you kidding? Of course I would have punched you in your bread basket. Are you kidding me? Like, there's no way. Like, so yeah, it do be legitimate, because if I say I don't like you, I mean that in the literal and the physical.
But to me,
I have that
true
issue,
indeed.
bro.
True indeed. But the Ali shit, right? Only because he sat here.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? This ain't no gossip shit. This is real shit. It's like
Yeah.
he sat here,
Yeah.
and as I'm observing what he's saying, it's like, and then hearing your side of it, it's a disconnect. And the way that we receiving this information, you have one standpoint of, I didn't know who that was in the room. Yeah, he was in the room, but I didn't. Right.
Okay.
And
So
then on his perspective, it's,
yeah. But let me
nigga
help
knew
you.
who I was.
Let me help you.
He's friendly.
Let me reveal.
Please do.
Let me
'Cause
reveal.
I like to get this to the
So
bottom of this.
most of his story is fictitious, right? So he has worked a deal with the venue where the people that put on the shows, he got in the contract that he gonna open all the shows, that the comedy shows that come to this particular venue, right? So generally, most artists aren't even the people that see their contracts. They don't know about none of that, right?
Yeah.
But because I run all my stuff, I see all of the contracts, right? But when I bring my tour, I have 5 or 6 people opening for me, and they already come with us. Ali was not one of those people. He was not traveling with us. He was not on the tour. There are no posters and billboards that Ali was on tour with Katt. That does not exist. It was just for this venue because this is the venue he had pull at, right? So he thinks as a guy opening the show that he can come out to Everyday Hustling, Everyday I'm Hustling by Rick Ross and come do his set to start the show when me, the headliner, is coming out to the same thing. I'm not even at the venue. It's my people telling this nigga, you cannot come out to that nigga. It's Katt show. And he's telling the comedians, y'all ain't gonna be able to follow me. I come to do 30 minutes and I'm gonna kill. And like, by the time I get to the conversation, like, either Ali can perform or I can. You see how that's a no-brainer? Right. But because somebody did book him, maybe this is a money situation. So somebody get this man a check so that he didn't lose any money for coming out. I wouldn't want it to be that type of situation. So no matter how you break this is never me versus him.
So now you got it from Katt Williams' perspective, where he basically was like, I'm doing a concert. I got everybody lined up. This me and my people. I know my concert. And then the concert about to happen. And then here come a dude saying he supposed to be on it. Okay, fine. Let him do what he got to do. My people will be up next. But he want to come out to the same song that Katt Williams coming out to. And that's going to be a conflict of interest if that's what Katt Williams feel. He's the headliner. So, oh boy, had his feelings about that, but in reality, when the guy has responded already to this, because you know how that go. When you out here on the internet, people ain't gonna wait no time. You know, the guy has responded, and he basically was like, that did not happen. He said that it was a DJ playing that song, and he had no control over that DJ. The DJ in the location was playing that song, and so that don't mean it was him. You know what I'm saying? The guy is the DJ. So he was saying that basically talk to dude. You know what I'm saying? But that's, again, is that a miscommunication? Is that like a power struggle? Is that like I got to connect? You got, you know, is that like I don't want to deal with you? And so it's kind of like this whole thing where you kind of don't know. You know, it's at night. You know, these shows be happening. It's fast paced. Everybody moving. Nobody's sitting still. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going. So you would not really know if what he's saying is accurately a truth or a lie. But let me see what old boy is actually saying. This the guy in conversation. This is what we talking about. His name is Ali Sadiq. We can see if he got something to say.
Remember I gotta find this clip. Remember this is my favorite. This is one of my favorite movies. It's gonna be the. Do y'all remember? Y'all know the movie Car Wash? Y'all remember the movie Car Wash?
Let me skip to it.
The question to you gotta be a fool to talk about sisters, the Wilson sisters that you don't even know.
It's glitchy.
You got 72 hours to respond. But I give you some time to get your thoughts together on what you want to do. You have 72 hours to respond. I give you 3 days to think about it. This is gonna be a good one. This I almost want to tell y'all now. I do. I almost want to tell you right now, but I gotta put my stuff together. I gotta put it together how I'm gonna present it. And you can only use this when it's really something that you fed up with. You can't use this on random mediocre stuff. This got to be big. This got to be big. Like, it got to be a big thing that you use this for. But this is a doozy. Yeah, I'm talking about, I can't even believe that I thought of it. That's how crazy it is. I can't believe.
He talking circles too hard for me. I can't. It's like, get to the point, nigga.
Roll up the Nielsen number.
This must not be the one I watched earlier. Because he ain't talking about shit on this. Unless it's further down. Okay, here it is.
Ain't everybody can get on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. They can get on Shay Shay. They can get on Roll. Not like they big. Because they would be big to me if I was there. One thing. Good morning.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to follow along with this nigga. I have found a section on the internet where it just gave the whole conversation. It looked like dude just grabbed his whole live and just let the whole shit run. So I cannot find it on here no more. But it was kind of concise. He was basically saying that it was the other guy who basically asked him, who basically was playing the music. He had nothing to do with it. But he talked a long time. He kind of beating around the bush a lot, so you can't really catch up to his point. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
confused. Come on, what's being said about these shows?
Yeah, that's another thing about it. Is like, I don't know if he got the same talent level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to be at that point. And they just basically just adding this guy name to it. It's almost like when people keep saying LeBron James is the same way as Michael Jordan. And then everybody had these big, long debates in every barbershop around America. But when you ask LeBron James, he'd be like, there ain't no comparison. The only reason why I'm playing basketball is because of Jordan. I'm not better than him. He's my idol. And it's like, damn, well, should we still be having this debate then? Because he don't even fucking feel like that. He look at this shit like, I'm only doing this because old boy did it and I look up to him. So why are we debating about who's the best? Obviously, he believed the guy's better than him, even though he's way younger than Jordan. So sometimes the arguments just be stupid. And I just believe that people who like Ali Sadiq, they're going to like Ali Sadiq. And I think majority of the people like Katt Williams. He's been like giving us entertainment for a lot of years. So definitely hit that like button too, y'all. I see y'all moving out there. Thank you. I appreciate them numbers moving up. Thank you checking us out. Hood, Black Outrage. It's a real only reason why I really wanted to call it Black Outrage, because it's them. It's them having the same old beef. It's the internal dumb shit that go on in the culture, and it actually makes news. You know, it actually makes conversational information, and it's like stupid because it's like y'all niggas need to be doing shows, working together, building some kind of motherfucking plan that could just keep things going. But you know, it's so monolithic in the black culture when it comes to getting money and having contracts and doing deals. It's very monolithic. It's just for me. It's like, you know, and that's okay. You know, it is what it is. You can't change it because you have different feelings. It is just what it is. People are really separated, you know, when it comes to that. So not a lot of people are going to sit up here and bring you along or expect you to be at their point or their level. And that's why I think Katt Williams feel like, don't even talk to me about these other people. You know what I'm saying? Let them build their own thing up. Don't just hijack them up to my level. Let them work. But I guess that's what the internet is. So you got a lot of kids that's like doing comedy. They're not traveling all night long, getting on motherfucking concerts or spending the night in cars or sleeping in shitty hotels. They doing videos, they doing skits, they doing comedy moves and or what they call those things, pranks and Walmart and shit, and they running up numbers. It's like, yeah, we got 10,000 views and off a 3-minute video. Whereas a comedian got to go somewhere and stand in a dark ass location and shit could be dangerous when he leaving because he leaving with cash or whatever, and now you walking out of there and it's like I still got to travel home. You know, it's the reality of what those comics have to live by. And whereas a youngster or a younger generation that's rolling on the internet, it's like we made $5,000 because the video went viral, or we made 10 G's because the video went viral. It's a different world. So those guys are having a beef about the old life. You know, the old, I'm a big comedian and we did a bigger special and all that shit. But you got to think, specials are streamed. They're not even watched the same way, where you watch it in your house or you watch it on HBO. You can watch a stream listening to it while you're driving down the street compared to when we was young. So it's a little bit different. So those guys, they still in that realm and they still do that type of comedy, but both of those dudes beefing with each other and having all this thing, it seems like they're not moving forward towards what's really going on, like the streaming world, like the fucking, all this AI shit. You know, it's like a lot of things that has just been looped into the world right now. And so you would see a lot of people jumping on it, trying to learn it, trying to utilize it, trying to put it into their thing. Because, see, YouTube just came out saying we ain't even letting all that goddamn AI shit just run on our channel. Y'all running it up, but we know what's going on. So, you know, be careful what you're putting up there. So it's just different crazy. I'm gonna let him talk a little bit more, Katt Williams. Let's see what he got to say.
Like, he was never, like, that's why he can't tell you about any conversation he was having with me and how that's just not possible. Like, I already had the people on the tour that was on the tour already. This is just a stop in Houston.
You moving how you moving, and it's coming from two different directions.
But he's aware of both of those directions. He's not unaware.
Is it salvageable?
He told you himself there's nothing to salvage. I'm saying it would be different if we had a relationship and it went awry. We never had a relationship. He was on an opposition team. He's the enforcer for Bill Bellamy and D-Lay and Billy Sorrells. So because that's his squad, because that's his squad, I'm over here, you dig?
Right.
And everybody understands that.
So you drew the line.
Hey, I didn't draw anything.
Okay.
But I will acknowledge the line at all times.
Indeed.
Like, there's no cards to play on me. There's no way for you to be in open competition with me and wanting to do harm to me when you know how important I am to this thing. And the fact that you're supposed to be that as well, it's unforgivable. Like, it's almost sacrilege.
I mean,
I like how Katt Williams talk in like these little like metaphorical terms. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to be the same way as me, and you know, he basically saying like, I'm black, you black, and then we both talk blackness. We both talk about uplifting our people. We both talk about being woke. But here you are in the same breath talking about whooping my ass and hurting me and jumping me, and because I don't know you, because I don't remember you, or I said I don't have a memory about you, or even that situation that happened at the concert that night. Now all of a sudden I'm beefing with you and there's gonna be some problems. So he like, how the fuck is you calling yourself a real down black dude with all this blackness in your heart, but ultimately you just want to fight me, you just want to grab me up, jump me, trying to see like if you could punk me out. And so a lot of men is gonna have way big problems with that. It don't even matter if they run into you and it actually becomes that kind of thing. The fact that that's even in the conversation. It's like, wait a minute, you think I'm gonna let somebody talk about harming me and all this shit? You gonna hurt me, or when you see me, it's on site, all that shit. They say, no. It's gonna be a lot more beef coming out because now it's in the open and that's how you feel. So a lot of guys won't go for that, and you just don't know until it actual happens to that particular guy. So Katt Williams is gonna let us know in a minute how he feels about that. Hey, y'all, hit the like button. Let's see what Katt Williams got to say.
I get it. I told you.
When you talk about backwards
At the end of the day, he a trustee. As a nigga that go to jail, we don't give a fuck what the trustees say. They always talking.
So how do you balance that, though? Well, you said balance.
I just
Only
showed
balance
you.
equal balance, right?
Left fist, right fist, same way he balances.
But you just said another thing, though. You said, knowing how important you are to this, right? Why would you, like...
As an independent artist who didn't give in to Hollywood, who's just got the same...
But if you deck a nigga in the street, You know what I'm saying? Like that could jeopardize what
That
you
was
got
none
going.
of he and I's
That's what
interaction
I'm
at
saying.
any
Beef,
point.
you gotta
Like
watch the
it's
terminology.
impossible
That's
for
what
it
I'm
to be a
saying.
beef.
That's
I
beef to me.
never had a grudge with this guy.
Even outside of it being beef, you said, you know, he would come in and say, you know, I got 30 minutes, nobody can file me, all that type of stuff.
But he was just saying that to the comedians that I had as openers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, at least at that same level, you can at least respect that energy as a stand-up comedian when you want the competitiveness of wanting to be the guy.
Nah. He'll tell you, when we go to play an away game, stay the fuck over there. This the away version over here. That's the home locker room over there. You stay over there. We over here. Right? Like, knock it off.
We come through two different directions.
This is an away game. This is an away game. How
Break
you
that down.
finagled your way
break that down for me for folks who may not.
to get adjacent to my team, but you don't respect me as a leader and captain of the team, and you also disrespecting the rookies.
Right.
Like, knock it off. Where do you play? You probably play at the Chicken Shack.
Mad disrespect going out to Katt Williams throwing at old dude, showing him that we at a different level, and then basically it's almost one of those, hey, you come smiling in my face trying to be cool with me, but then if I don't acknowledge you, then it's beef. You really can't control a person that think like that. Like, if I'm at a place or if I'm at a location, you're like, damn, I know you, man, what's up, bro? You like, hey man, I'm a little busy right now, can we holler in a minute? Man, what? Oh, this nigga, I know he ain't trying to act like all that. You like, I'm just in a moment right now. I need to talk. Let me holler at you in a minute. No, fuck that, nigga. You ain't shit. You acting like you some of my boy. It'll be owning this bitch. You and that motherfucker like, man, what the fuck just happened? I just told you I can't be busy, nigga. I'm supposed to just listen to you because you walked up. And then all of a sudden now it's this mitigated beef that you can't get out of because just in a moment this will happen. And it's this kind of like what Ali Sadiq is kind of perpetuating in this moment. Kind of hit the like button too. He's saying that I met you and we talked, but you supposed to remember me. So forget how your life has turned out. Maybe you spent out of control. Your life was living. You was mobile. You really was having a lot of stuff going on. So now, years later, months later, however, you spin back around and around the guy again, and he's just supposed to think that it's all the way it was the first time we was around each other. But maybe things changed. He didn't get at a moment to figure it out. Everything's still moving fast in Katt Williams' life. He had a concert, he got a squad of people, he got to manage all this shit, he looking at contracts, he got to make sure things play out, everybody stay on the time, whatever it is to run one of those kind of shows. And this is his moment of life. This is what he been doing. So he know what he got to do. It's just another state. And here come the guy coming in there, rambunctious, loud, trying to be competitive, trying to be on some, yeah, nigga, I'm going to take y'all down, boy. When should I get up there? I need to play this song. You play what I like, man. And then it's like, damn, what's wrong with dude, man? And then the people at the venue gonna say, hey man, this our guy, he fuck with us, and he just gonna lay the law down. Either he play or I play. You let it be known what's gonna happen. And then when dude said he stepped outside, they locked arms on him. And then they closed him out, saying he couldn't get back in there. So he talking to the lady like, what fucking mean? It's me. Bitch, it was me. Let me back in the door. And he said a motherfucker reached over his shoulder and handed him a check. And the check was money for the night, but he didn't even perform. So that's what Katt Williams was like. We just gave him the money, so it wouldn't even be no money problem. But you could see it could be a miscommunication. It could be a misguiding. But again, Katt Williams and them swinging through town, they don't really have a lot of time to figure out how everybody feel, if there's a good moment, do you like me behind the scenes, are we going to be cool? It just don't have a lot of time for that. It's like, we got to get the show going. The next show finna start. Hey, everybody coming. Who going to be here? Who going to show up? And you moving. And you're moving. So that's why I think that this probably was something they could have kind of came to some consensus, but Katt Williams ain't feeling it.
150 seats in there.
Never sue the other driver after.
We got another commercial sliding. They supposed to be 5 seconds. Let's get it out of here. Dumb commercial. We don't want to buy that. Whatever you talking about.
Go live that life. That's your real life. This is an arena. This Toyota Center we talking about. Knock it off.
It's a little different.
I ain't gonna have the conversation.
Hey man, I'm a fan of both of y'all brothers.
We tried.
You know? He's gone. I'm like, damn.
Not only did you try. Watch this. If he said, if you guys can tell me that when you had the conversation with him that he said something differently than I said, did he? So what do you say? You say he went for peace? You said he went for pizza and then I messed it up by coming on and not accepting it?
No. I gotta.
We heard his
The way I interpret
He also told you
Yeah.
that there could be no making amends for it because of the lines that
He did
have
say
already been crossed.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's only the fact that they've been crossed when I have no beef with him.
Yeah.
But it seems like those lines are imaginary.
Nothing in my world is imaginary.
No, to him. You know, or
or self-generated.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Right,
Like,
but I'm saying only one of us is trying to get mentioned in the same sentence as the other. Me being talked about with Ali Sadiq does nothing for my credibility or anything.
Right.
Him being mentioned with me, though, somehow puts him in the conversation of greatness without needing 60 movies. He can have 0. Without having 50 network appearances, he can have 0. With 13 specials, he can have 6. And still be in this same conversation. It's for us to not allow that. And we do that by ignoring every episode of everything that he's on. That's why the numbers be so low.
So you were saying enforcer.
You gotta born the knowledge, man. You gotta born the
When you
knowledge.
said
Now, if that ain't a way to end a beef with somebody, it's no other way. The guy is coming at the Katt. Maybe he got a good reason, maybe he don't. But if that ain't a way to shut a hater down for whatever, is to basically name all the things you did and name all the things he did. There's not enough to talk about. Katt Williams is a super legend. He's been in the game over 20 years, putting in mad work. And old boy is like getting his bones, but he got a little ways to go. You know what I'm saying? So to see him dissing Katt is almost like sacrilege, like Katt said earlier.
I try to complete the cipher, man.
There was no times that Carmelo suited up to play the opposition team and was okay with the fact that tonight the other team wins.
I agree with that.
This is 101. This is ISO. I'm the greatest 101 ISO in the lanes I play in that ever existed, and I don't need nobody
To validate
you can't broker peace. There must be a winner. There must be a loser. Don't be mad at me because I'm throwing my W up.
That ought to tell you right there. Hit that like button if you respect Katt Williams and his vantage point and how he feel about his business and how he feel about being one of the best comedians in the game. I don't even feel like, and he feeling like it's hate for another person or another guy. He just saying that you barking at the big boys. And if you coming at the big boys, you can only get big. And that's why the guy seems like a hater. And I guess he want to take it to the fighting mode. And I beat your ass and all that shit because he can't stand up to the car. He can't stand up to Katt. It's no way. We got the same level of comedy, the same level of respecting the game, and Katt got flaws. You know, he had shit he did wrong. He got stuff that rubbed people wrong, and all that stuff where he didn't like make people, you know, feel like he was doing the right things. But he still has respect in the game, and so we gotta try to figure out how to work together when those kind of guys get up to that level, because these levels is high level. You know what I mean? You're talking about doing tours. It's $150,000 checks coming out of there, and you got to pay your team. It's probably even more. You know what I'm saying? These arenas hold thousands of thousands. They have football games and all that shit, basketball games in them places. So they hold some squads, and then you charging $250 a ticket, $150, $120, $80 a ticket. People, you collecting money. So your mindset for dealing with somebody's disgruntled behavior or uncomfortable night is gonna be less admired. You're not gonna have time for nothing like that. And if they get mad about you having to stand tall and be like, I can't listen to your cry. You know, I get it. This was a bad day. Okay, let's move on. But the fact that the internet is here, then old boy get to say something and mention it. He mentioned it on some major platforms, and then it's viral now. But as you dig deeper into the story, and the story is not coming out fast. It's coming out extremely slow. You heard old boy's conversation about it, and then fast forward into the future, you hear Katt Williams' response. It's not like when Katt Williams responded the next day or the next month. Like way into the future now, the guy Katt Williams has responded. So the guy now is responding again too, but all that stuff is water under the bridge, because imagine it happened years ago. And if Katt Williams say, I didn't know you, well, technically you know me now. And if the guy say, well, damn, that concert shouldn't have been like that, well, let's just do another one. And let's go make some money together. You know what I'm saying? Because That's really all it's all about. I don't know if he could do the time frames that they want, because he does the storytelling comedy, so it might take him longer to get his jokes across. Well, that's probably why they do their own specials and shit like that, so they don't have time frames that they had to be locked inside. But Cat Williams been doing his thing, and HBO specials, the video where he did the interview, which is the biggest interview in the world. You know what I'm saying? It was like everybody watched it, bigger than Joe Rogan. I mean, the dude been just holding it down. You know what I'm saying? He been really giving a lot of entertainment to the game. But in that same regard, you're going to have some haters. There's no way you're going to slide through nothing you do. And it ain't going to be people that's going to be not just hating, fucking mad as hell, like they want to fucking fight you because you went after your goal and whatever concerning thing you did. That's just the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? You can't really control it. People gonna really be pissed off and be like, nigga, fuck you. And it ain't because they hate you really. It's just that they see that they didn't go to that extent. They might have quit early. They might have just got, didn't like it no more, or whatever their reasons are. And then they see you doing your thing, and it's just like, motherfucker, that motherfucker's still doing it. Damn. I gotta fucking get myself back the way I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it could easily be like that for folks until they're able to make those kind of steps. So, old boy being out there, he was also locked up in jail. So it could be that whole point of, damn, if I was out here sooner, I would have been bigger than this nigga. If I was out here, if I had a chance to be free, then I probably would have won. I probably would have been bigger than him. So I think it's more like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy feels like he lost. Even though he didn't lose, he just feel like he lost to somebody like Katt Williams, because Katt Williams is able to be so successful. You know what I'm saying? That's why Katt Williams like we got the same situation. I'm short, you short. I'm black, you black. Like what is the issue? We both literally got the same mindset. You know what I'm saying? But beef happens. You know what I'm saying? Beef happens, and the guy ain't letting up off Katt Williams' back. He ain't. He ain't, because it's really one big misunderstanding. Katt Williams to this day feel like the guy tried to play some music that Katt Williams plays for his show when he comes out. And the guy confirms that it was another person, which is the DJ, who was the person who was actually in control of the music, who was actually playing that song, not him. But that misconstruency right there turned into all these time frame beef. Like, look how much further down the line they still beefing over this bullshit. It's like, and that would seem like some extreme simple thing that to get over with. But the fact that they don't know each other, and that's what Katt Williams keeps saying, like, I don't know this motherfucker. Like, you have to exchange phone numbers with me. We have to talk on the phone. We gotta hit each other up and be like, what's good? What you straight up, okay, look, I mean, then that confirms to me that I know you. But if we just talk to each other like this, and it's really no confirmation that I'm your friend and you my friend, then how can you say we know each other? But people. Yeah, so it just turned into that kind of stuff, man. But at the end of the day, you got to still just let it all play out, man. I'm gonna have to end this one. That's why I started 5 minutes early, and I want y'all to watch the rest of the Black Outrage. This is the 10th one, so we got 9 doper ones on here, and you can check it out right here. It's gonna be in this area or that area. Definitely like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all coming on here, checking out the show. It's Hood. This is Hood Films. We just did Black Outrage number 10. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.